See, those are things you say in the inner circle. You don't say that in the bigger circle. In the bigger circle, you may say, the Lord is blessing the church and is growing and everybody's doing good, and we need to continue to make sure that everybody treats everybody right. But inside, you say, you know what, we're having some issues. When you go to your favorite restaurant, they allow you to go in the restaurant, but they don't allow you to come in the kitchen. Because if you go in the kitchen, you'll notice that it's really dirty in the kitchen. Now, it's not dirty when it comes to your plate, but it's dirty in the kitchen. So why don't they allow you to come back there? Because you have value, you have worth, but you don't have a place back there. Sometimes people can't handle the inside of who you are. Does that make sense to anybody? Do you know I actually have people sometimes sit down and tell me and say stuff like this, Pastor Rush, you can tell me what's on your mind. I'm looking like, you gotta be joking. You can't even handle what's on your plate. And maybe they can handle what's on my mind, but that's a whole different place. And the loneliness becomes very apparent when you think that you can share what you're going through, and people that are in your inner circle aren't even ready for what you're dealing with. Is that making sense to anybody? So now, if it's going to be trusted, it has to be tested. You'll hear things, people will say things, and that's because you're being tested. God's getting you ready. What if that stuff is true? What if the stuff is not true? What if Satan knows that now when you hear things, you're going to be a bearer of bad news? All of these things sometimes come because God is getting you ready for your next level. One thing I learned about Christians, since I've been a Christian, we are spoiled people. We can say what we want and we can get it. And the problem is that what that is, we ask for hot water, but we don't want to wait till the cold water heats up. And so when we think God is not answering our prayers, he's saying, you don't believe I have hot water. I've got to work on your pain tolerance. I've got to get you ready here. How long is it going to take, Lord? Till you stop doing that.
I love my church. I love it. Thank you for joining us all of this week, family. You've just heard your final Friday dose of the message entitled, If It Can't Be Tested, It Can't Be Trusted. If you would like a copy of this entire message, give us a call at the church house. That number is 972-572-IBOC. That's 972-572-4262. All right, brothers, today is Friday. You know what that means. Tonight at about 7:30, we are having men's fellowship, or should I say men's courtship. Bring your Bibles, bring your notes, bring another brother. Let's have some fun learning how to be better men of God. Men's fellowship tonight around 7:30. And of course, we want to invite everybody to join us for one of our Sunday morning worship services. We start early in the morning at 7:30, and our second service starts